What happened to my PNG tuber? But hello, hi. Oh, now she works. Hi. Hello, hello. How are you all? I hope you are all doing well. Please excuse me as I am changing things around a little bit. If that wasn't obvious, you can see me moving shit around now. Yay, Alyssa's in chat. Hi, Alyssa. Miss you. Oh yeah, speaking of Alyssa, I don't know if Alyssa can hear. She said she's just watching chat, so I don't know. But anyways, Alyssa recommended me a game to play. It's actually two games Alyssa recommended. Alyssa recommended a game called Good Pizza, Great Pizza, I think is what it was called. And then there was another one that was called Thimbleweed Park, I think. Um but yeah. She recommended me some games and I'm genuinely kind of excited to try them out. Um, let's see. We've got some new chat boxes. Wait, let me see the chats. We have this chat. Ooh, okay. And we have this chat. I think we can use chat number 2. Mod AFK chaos time. I wouldn't do that. I mean, feel free. It's your choices. What? Oh my god, chat's so tiny. Let me do a thing. I'm always watching. Oh goodness. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I have active mods. How do I... That's how I do it. That's right. Yeah, shit. Yeah. Look at that. We got a new chat box. Now let's see. Oh, that's different. Can I change my transition? I want to change my transition. Hold on. Wait, wait, wait. Scene transitions. How do I... Wait. How do I... How do I... How... What? Wait. Um... In OBS. I need to add a custom transition in OBS. But I don't know how. And I don't know why I chose now to do this. Stop it, stop it, stop it, go away. I don't know, go away. Go to scene transition, click on what? Option to open the drop down menu from the drop down menu. Click ads, what? Oh, stinger. Um, 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 how the fuck do you spell celestial? Cele- oh, whoops. Celestial. Okay. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. How's the cutie doing? Me? I'm doing great, actually. I slept until noon today. um, transition point? I don't know what that does. So what if we go back hold on, let's wait, that's kind of cool, but I need to change it so it okay, let's try that. Ah, look at that. That's so cool. Anyways, you can go away, I think. I think I'm done with that. Actually, you know what? We'll make it a little more. We'll go up to, let's do 350. And then we'll do, boop, boop. Actually, I'm gonna make it 400. And now, I'm done playing with it. I need to leave it alone. Yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Now that we got that done. This song always sounds like a different song. Hmm. I don't know. I need like a celestial background. Although my theme isn't celestial. It's just, it's supposed to be vampire, but I can't. To about 3 that went back to bed an hour ago. That's night shift for you. Oh, sheesh. My mom used to work night shift a lot, so I understand how that is. Oh my goodness. She did not like night shift at all. Well, I can't smell. That's fine. Let me see what I can find. Actually, I need. Chat is so delayed. Is it really? That could be because sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. But it's probably because my internet's really bad. I can see that my bitrate isn't the greatest right now. Um, Let me open Twitch on my phone. I like to open my there we go. I love night shift when I get enough sleep. Yeah, oh my goodness. I'm just a night shift kind of person anyways. I'm up all night if I can be. If I can stay up all night, I so would. Free, that spells free. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Takes like a minute to show up on your screen. Oh, fuck. No, I'm so sorry. It's so delayed. It's genuinely probably my um it probably genuinely is my Wi-Fi. Because after moving to my studio, which is outside of my house, my internet hasn't been the greatest. Don't you want some more? Feel you. What is it? It's a media source, I think. Loop. Okay, and then we're gonna take it. We're gonna move it all the way down already so it doesn't fuck up anything else. Downloads. Okay. Look at that! We've got a vampire background now. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make chat a little smaller. I need to chat. Yes. Gonna get ready for work. Okie dokie. I guess chat'll just be weird. Anyways, we're gonna watch some Tube Tube. Looks awesome, by the way. Thanks! I was sitting here literally just doubting it. It's like, maybe this isn't it, you know? You go back there when you're done. Don't you want some more? Feel your love. Okay, we are going to watch some Tube Tube now. And I even brought some snackies. So I want to watch Sam and Colby. Got nobody. I don't know what to watch though. I've seen pretty much all of these. I know a lot of these ones aren't watched, but I watch them on my TV, so that's why they're all not. Some of them are started. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Hmm. The bed looks comfy. I don't want to get out of mine. I know it does look very comfy. Um, Also, if the delay gets really bad, try refreshing your stream. Sometimes that does help. But nobody, cause I'm dead. I don't know what to watch. React time? Yeah. We're gonna watch some Spoopy Tube Tube. And I like watching Sam and Colby because they do a lot of ghost hunting. No, look who they did a video with. Dude, I can't believe those two turned out to be not very good people. But nobody, cause I'm brain dead. Oh yeah, this is real, by the way. The scratches on her back are genuinely real. I don't know them. Well, welcome to Sam and Colby. They're very overly traumatic, to be honest, but I like watching their stuff because it's all very interesting. And like a lot of their videos are like usually anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, but here recently they've jumped it up to an hour and like an hour and a half, which I think is really cool because we're getting more content. I literally just watched this one last night. This one wasn't very long, unfortunately, but I just watched this one. I'm excited for Hell Week to start. That's where they post like a week of um haunted hotspots before Halloween, and I'm excited. I think the one I want to watch is this one. Oh, more binge content. Yeah. Stop it. Go away. Oh my goodness. Do we want captions? Does anybody here want or need captions? Personally, I like having captions. Oh no! Okay, wait, hold on. First of all, music needs to go away. Second of all, these need to be fixed, because what the heck? Oh, is that just... Hello? Can you not highlight? Thank you. Apologies, gamers. YouTube captions can be rough. Yeah, not unless they're actually put in by someone. So if they're not actually put, if the captions aren't like actually made by the creator or someone else, the captions are usually fucking shit. Okay, and then nope, you guys can't hear it. Hold on. There we go.
Yo, look at that! That's incredible! Oh, we're getting our steps in tonight. Wow!
I'll bring it down to
Are the
75.
ghost cats nice cats? Hey! What's up, guys? It's Sam
And then we'll
Colby.
bring the
Today
captions
we are
up
here
because
for
they'll
another
put
Halloween
captions
video!
on it as well.
And today we got a special one. One of the largest
I'm
and
picky
most
and it has to be in the
well-known
middle.
paranormal locations in the world Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
We've been wanting to go here for so long. For 130 years, this was a hospital to treat mentally ill patients, but they did a lot of bad things, like lobotomies.
Literally an ice pick jammed through your eye to hit your brain.
Just like Waverly Hills, which we went to for last year's Hell Week, this has a ton of shadow people, and we're here to figure out why. What is a shadow person?
Today we have a
Yeah,
new
what
guest
is a
on
shadow
channel,
person?
Michelle.
Has anyone here had any paranormal
And as you guys know, haunted nights
experiences or anything?
On my channel, I do a series called Challenge Accepted, and it's about me
I
pursuing
watched
the
her
world's most
YouTube.
difficult
Oh my goodness,
professions
I
and
fucking love her
lifestyles.
YouTube
So
too. It's
I've
also
trained
really
with
cool.
Marines, I've passed the Navy SEAL entrance exam.
Damn.
But this is gonna be scary, I think.
I struggle to get up at 9 a.m.
Same. I didn't get up till
Honestly, in
noon today.
today's times, lunatic isn't a very accepted word, but we're just using the historic name.
That just goes to show you how they treated people here.
I haven't, no.
It was dark.
No,
And
really?
This asylum had
Oh my
10
goodness.
times the capacity that it was originally meant to be at. They had horrible treatments here that would, in today's times, be considered inhumane or torturous. We're talking electroshock therapy, water treatment, where they literally throw you in ice baths in a straitjacket, so you have to endure like freezing cold temperature. Even they would induce people into like fake comas, sometimes killing people.
So this is the back of it. There's like multiple buildings of this place.
13.
13.
I actually have ghost hunting equipment, and so, I mean, obviously I've had
Oh no.
paranormal activity.
It's like they wanted it to be haunted or something.
I've also actually seen figures. I've heard people whisper in my ears before. It's creepy as fuck.
I had a paranormal experience last year. I'm definitely questioning.
All right,
And
scale to 1 to 10.
Oh god. Shit.
they say that, only like what, 10% of the ocean.
Go
is
away,
iceberg.
Panta.
Would you say the same about the rest of Earth, the universe?
My
That's
Discord's
true.
kittens playing
Yeah.
Destiny.
What's that say? Oh yeah, explore.
We're gonna explore the other 90% of the paranormal world.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Buy the merch. Link down below.
Yeah, just wait till later in this video when she's crying.
No, I think the most messed up part about this entire place is that people could be admitted, especially women, for absolutely like no reason at all. She's too lazy, she reads a lot of books, she's epileptic, she's too religious.
Verified
things
reasons
like
for
that.
admittance?
Very simple
What?
things, like being jealous, or like even getting in here because you masturbate. Like the fuck?
What?
So much, too.
Seriously.
Like,
Bro,
every
I'd
day.
be thrown in so quick.
Sometimes twice.
You would be admitted here. And once the overcrowding happened, that's when everything went dark. There was murders, there was horrible treatment, lack of rooms, people were being put in cages outside in the hallways, and over 20,000 people died around these grounds.
Holy crap.
My name is Randy Butcher. My name is Gwen Urbanic. I've been here 8 years and I still have my wow moments. I have felt my airway be choked out.
What?
Here, I noticed a big red mark around my neck.
Wow.
That is so scary.
I still choose to come back here for work.
Sam, you like getting choked, right?
Hey,
Let's go.
channel, alright? Explore clothing.
Lights off. Okay.
Oh, I feel like I'm just gonna see something looking at that.
It's gonna be dark tonight.
This area down here was used as lobotomy recovery.
This is lobotomy?
Oh, the kitty!
God.
Outside of paranormal,
The kitty's
one
in
of the
there with
darkest things
them.
that happened here were the lobotomies. Basically severs parts of your brain, pretty much immobilizing someone or getting rid of their entire personality.
Or sometimes killing people. We gotta blur this out, but oh my god. Wait, yo! Is he like 10?
Yep. They would take the ice pick and tap it through the orbit of the eye to get behind the frontal lobe of the brain to sever the connection. That's your personality, your
Oh my gosh, that's
basically
awful.
everything that makes you who you are. A lot of people considered it a soul stealer. They believed that they could make a more compliant child by giving them an ice pick lobotomy.
What?
A successful lobotomy would be someone that could still wash their hair or do dishes. They just had no emotion. They no longer got mad or sad, no more happiness.
That is horrible.
Oh my god, no way.
COVID test was bad. The little swab. But like, no, the man behind all the cruel lobotomies was Walter Freeman.
This so-called doctor performed over 3,000 lobotomies, some even on children as young as 4 years old. He performed many of them right here in this building.
It feels like they were just taking advantage of these patients.
Basically what Freeman did, he was not a doctor, he was not a surgeon, he wanted the notoriety. You were lucky if he wiped that ice pick on his smock before he did the next lobotomy.
Yo! No wonder there's so much stored trauma here with all that going on.
Wow. That is awful.
So if you had to rate your current like heebie-jeebie level, since you guys have been to billions of these places, where are you at?
I'm feeling 9.5 heebie-jeebies out of 10.
Well, I'm, at a sensible 15 out of 10 right now.
Dude, I do not do well with blood, so seeing the pictures of the lobotomies like actually chilled me to the core. Like, I can't do that shit. That's gonna give me nightmares alone, not even the ghost. Dun, dun, dun.
It never ends. Oh
What the fuck was that?
Oh, that's scary.
Holy shit. You jumped higher than Steve, dude.
That's the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, they purposely made that look.
The heebies have been jeebied.
Like, god dang,
this grandma.
like that grandma did not look like that during life. Do not make her look like a zombie.
Her head looks at you right now.
Doesn't it get more and more haunted as we go up?
Basically, yeah.
It's like a leveling shot. Great.
15 out of 10.
The biggest thing this place is known for are the shadow figures around here. There's been creepers, the tall shadow figure with the top hat on. Everything you can imagine is here. Also random fact, when ghost hunters were here filming for their TV show, they caught undeniable proof of a shadow figure.
In this door right here, it was very small, misshapen, very black shadow.
I have seen shadow figures.
It didn't necessarily look like a child like I've often seen. It made my stomach drop to my toes. You'll find at least one shadow figure. Well, you may not find them, but there will be at least one shadow figure in every ward.
The shadow figures are gonna find you.
So used to it, you stop counting. What? You get used to shadow figures?
We have doppelgangers.
Don't you die if you see your doppelganger?
I've not seen my own. Have you seen yours?
Oh! Seeing a doppelganger means that soon you will die or something.
Oh my god, dude. Pretty much every single hallway has shadow figures or some haunting, but the one we're gonna focus on the first floor is Lily's room. Allegedly, she is a girl that died here, and now people have been able to capture her voice and talk to her. A lot of people say that they feel a male presence, like a darker man in the same room as Lily's room. So a lot of people are trying to figure out who is Lily, is there multiple people involved in her story, or is she just a little girl wanting to have some fun?
Another little girl following you around.
No!
Dude, there's always a little girl at every single scary place. It can't be like the most haunted in America unless there's a little girl there. And it's usually not the little girl, it's usually something more evil controlling it. Sick. This is Lily's room right here.
Oh my god, the most famous ghost, dude.
Multiple people, employees, volunteers, guests come to this room and investigate. We have multiply got the name Lily out of this room. She has been seen and is typically seen in a long white dress with long dark hair. Reports of her shadow being cast on this wall here. Speak to her like you would any child, often play ball. I used to have really phenomenal sessions in here with Lily, and we often get activity from a male spirit out behind this dinosaur right outside of the room.
Oh, great.
I was in here one night doing a Dalton Rod session by myself, and the activity wasn't lining up with what I typically got from Lily. And I kind of questioned it, and since I was alone and didn't have anybody with me, I said, this isn't Lily, is it? This is the dude behind the dinosaur trying to get free candy. About that time, Dalton Rod stopped. I got nothing else. I have not got anything in here since.
Whoa.
Everybody else comes down here and gets stuff. I don't know if this particular spirit, if I made him mad and now he won't let Lily talk to me, or if he is portraying himself as a little girl.
Oh god, wait. So, Lily might not be a little girl.
That's scary to think.
Second floor.
This is where we get the peekaboo shadows I talked about. I've had very intelligent flashlight sessions, lining the entire hallway with them and having them turn certain colors and aim certain ones in order. Very, very intense activities.
Holy crap.
Just get scarier and more dark each time we go by. What's strange entire floor is in the bathroom.
This bathroom
This one.
is extremely popular, and this is probably my favorite room in the entire building to
Oh,
investigate. I consider these guys my
the
best friends.
bathroom.
Definitely recommend dowsing rods in there, flashlights, K2s, write it all in there.
Now it's called the stabbing room.
God.
Basically, what we researched is one patient made a homosexual advance towards another, resulting into the other patient going and grabbing a butter knife and stabbing the dude 17 times, leaving him to die in the bathroom. He crawled out into the hallway, didn't make it to like a nurse or doctor's room, and just died in the hallway.
The story that goes with this bathroom, these guys do not like to talk about it during a session.
Do you think if you asked Charlie and John, is it, to come and hang out with us tonight, they would come out?
Hey, John and Charlie, I've got some new friends here with me tonight. They're really, really cool. I've really enjoyed walking them around. When they come back here later, will you guys talk to them a little bit for me? I will bring you some cigars.
Hold on. Let me see. I think I know what's causing my internet issues and causing chat to be so delayed and stuff. Give me just a second. Stream will most likely die for a second, but don't worry, it will be coming back. Just give it a couple seconds and refresh your stream. So hold on. I will most likely disappear for a second. Oh, my entire PC went down. Dun, 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 dun. Refresh. At least it didn't ruin my stream. It kind of paused for a second. That's it. Well, I'm happy to say that didn't do much of anything actually. I don't know, I guess we'll see. So far stream is looking better. I hope it stays that way.
Thank you. Okay. Whoa, where's Sam?
There's a patient here that wrote a very terrifying poem about what's called the Sly Man. I found people did not have any souls. I couldn't get them back in class. I went to the Sly Man. He bought me coffee and told me of synchronicity. He said, I can be at 2, 3, or more places at the same time. He also said if it is proof of 1 or 2 things, that he would be back. This guy got in contact with one of the shadow figures or the Sly Man, and it told him
good,
one
good,
single
yippee.
figure, one single entity could be at multiple places at once. That kind of proves what we've been talking about this whole year. One shadow figure through portals can be at multiple places at the same time.
And or if there's no portals, they can just manifest themselves into multiple different beings.
Like it's all connected.
More stairs.
This is Ward F. It would have been for the violent men. We do have a whole hallway of seclusion cells down here. This one, you can see the bangs in the doors.
Oh my goodness.
These were originally outfitted with 5 hooks that would harness your hands, feet, and your waist so you couldn't lunge back and
Even
forth.
your waist?
Point a light at the wall. There's still a hook on the wall.
Oh, there is.
Hello, welcome back.
This had such good intentions and it was founded on such good principles, but
Welcome
it
back
became
from
literally a prison for
lurking.
these people, and it's awful.
I can't tell if they had good intentions or it was a mask of good intentions. Come here and you get
Probably a
extra
mask of
space
good
and this,
intentions
and
with
then
that guy.
you have these
I don't
test
think that guy
centers.
had any good intentions.
The plan for Dr. Thomas Story Cartwright, who's the man behind the design of the building, was to give these patients a place that felt like home. The intentions were great. It just didn't happen that way because of the overcrowding, the understaffing. As much as they tried, it just wasn't there.
So the main spot we're going to be investigating tonight on the 3rd floor is Dean's room. Now this is a very, very tragic story.
History says that Dean was a really, really nice nice guy. He was actually a childlike figure.
Super happy, love playing games, just a really nice dude. At the end of the hall on the 3rd floor, they house multiple violent, criminally insane patients, all in the same room.
Ooh, this is where we're sleeping.
We did have an incident with a patient that was staying here. He was in his teen years when he was brought here. I think he was 14. He was killing farm animals. His family brought him in here to get help.
They were put in the room with 2 very, very dark people. They took one of the poles of the bed, put it on his temple, and they jumped repeatedly on the bed, killing Dean himself. Some people believe
Oh my
that the murderer
God.
is named Big Jim, who's often sighted around the 3rd floor.
And what's really creepy about him is he's known to melt flashlights.
Oh my God!
He can melt your
Melt?
I don't want to melt my flashlight.
Me neither.
He definitely has been seen many, many times.
Who's he?
Jim. Big Jim is
That's
what he goes
incredible. A spirit on another plane can melt a flashlight.
What the fuck, dude?
by. I heard that. What was that? Was that not you?
It's something touched my
I heard
my shoulder.
I heard something between us.
I thought you literally tapped me on the shoulder
I thought you dropped something because
Maybe it was Big Jim.
What the fuck? I'm gonna try to tell myself that was just my jacket.
That's weird.
let's see if you're still coming yourself that by the end of the night.
Okay, yeah. Jeez. Wait, what the? I just thought Michelle was right here.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, this
not
place
the
is fucking
flashlight? I don't know about that. Yeah, that's. I'm not really a skeptic when it comes to ghosts and spirits and shit, but that's a little extreme. I want to see proof of this. I want to see the proof.
It's kind of like somebody that is your friend being like,
Yeah, I don't know. This one's weird, dude. Like,
it's getting worse as we go up.
now the worst one of them all, the 4th floor, the most demonic floor, the one with the highest frequency of shadow figure sightings in the entire asylum.
But there's a specific one that oddly enough we've heard about before visiting other locations called the Creeper. I'm not talking about Minecraft. This thing is a daddy, long leg, tall shadow figure. It can crawl up walls and ceilings, and I just think it's the scariest shadow figure of them all.
Ew, what
There's
the
nothing that
heck?
beats that.
We've heard other places describe this figure as well, and so we have no idea how this is getting between the two or if they're completely different. But what we do know is it's been captured multiple times. Even on Ghost Adventures, they caught
That seems a little much.
slithering
Yeah,
shadow
that's.
figure in the back of their footage.
Some extreme things like that are the only things I become skeptical about.
On the 4th floor.
Like turning on the flashlights, whispering in ears, seeing figures and stuff. That shit I believe in. Oh, and the touching and the poking and the grabbing and leaving marks.
To our sponsor today, Dragon City! Dragon City is a free-to-play mobile game available on iOS and Android. A magical place where you can collect thousands of dragons and create your own empire.
You're gonna need to grow food, earn gold, and find gems while you're advancing your city to new levels.
Oh.
Because like the little cute baby dragons, you can take your dragons and breed them together and then evolve the turtle.
Oh.
You can train them, teach them new
Okay.
attacks, and battle them to make them more powerful. And you can even bring friends, either challenge them in the Master Arena or team up with them in Alliance to get awesome rewards.
You can also compete in new weekly mini-games where you can get daily prizes and catch new dragons. There's also Divine Pass if you want to complete extra goals for more rewards.
Best part is, you can get the dragons of your favorite YouTubers. Mr. Beast streamed George Not Found. Who wouldn't want their dragons?
No, I don't want
So if you're
any
trying
of
to
their
build this
dragons,
empire,
thank
scan
you.
the QR code on his face or click the link in our description to
I'm sorry, I'm
download
not a big
Dragon
fan of
City.
either of
If
those
you do
three
that,
he
you're
just
gonna
named
get a free
off.
starter pack with everything here on the screen. So with that being said, let's get back to the video.
A lot of true crimes on YouTube. One of my favorite creators is Lazy Masquerade.
Probably one of my favorite wards, honestly. This is where we encounter.
I like to watch the Rotten Mango podcast on YouTube. I don't know if hers is considered true crime,
This ward by herself.
but hers is very interesting, I will say.
She's gonna regret that here in a few seconds.
Can I add a story? Now since you've accepted that.
And no, take
gonna say no take backs, dude.
We were up here, and it was me, one of the trainers, one of the other tour guides. We're walking side by side. We go all the way to the end of the hallway. We're walking
Megan
back.
dragging
One
these
tour guide
nuts.
goes, oh my gosh, something just bit me, and grabs her face.
Bit?
Yeah, like a bug got her or something. So we're getting flashlights out. We literally watched claw marks form down her face.
Oh my goodness.
My God.
Recant my statement.
That's his goal, is to do exactly what, to make you react exactly like you do.
I've actually seen someone get scratched
He likes to scare people.
by like literally nothing. It was my sister. We were sleeping in a condo.
Relationship, a friendship with this guy. Because there was another guy that didn't like this
She
dude.
had scratches on her back in 3 different spots, and I asked her if she scratched her back, and she couldn't even reach where the scratch was.
I just heard that too, but right before that, like 2 seconds before that, I heard like a whisper sound that way. I thought it was like a few minutes. It was like a.
There was like nothing in her bed or nothing on her that was able to scratch her either. We had just woken up that morning.
His shadow figure rocking back and forth in the window. You will almost always see him just kind of the one down here.
At the very end.
Wait, so you keep referring to him? Who is him?
Everybody does refer to him as the creeper.
Creepy. Creepy.
If you have somebody calling you something like the creeper, which is a little insulting, wouldn't
That's
you
true.
wanna mess with them too? Wouldn't you want to scare them out of your house?
Creeper.
Yeah, I mean that's what everybody calls him because this is the.
Oh, this is disturbing backstories and one of my favorites he's made. Those actually sound very interesting. I'd love to maybe watch one. Maybe this gives me someone new to get into.
To Michelle to like sympathize with the creeper. What?
He just scratches people in the face.
This is the room, and he closes the door, and guess what the door number is?
13? 7?
13.
Oh my god, of course!
You are 13. Dude, my lucky number is 13. 13 is just a very lucky number for me.
This area is also the first place I heard a disembodied voice. I heard what I thought was like a groan or, like a moan. Didn't think anything of it, walked a few more feet, heard it again, ignored it again, and then about that time I heard a man in my ear go, Brandy.
Ooh, I've had people whisper my name before. It's creepy. I can send a link if you want. Yeah, you've got me on Discord. I don't know if links are allowed in chat. I don't think you can send links in chat. You can send it to me on Discord. Favorite number is 17. Yo, a non-average number. A lot of people say their lucky numbers are like 7. 7's a very like average number, you know. And that's fine. I'm not saying anything against it. If that's your lucky number, that's your lucky number. I mean, mine is 13. People consider mine to be the number of the devil. I mean, I am a vampire demon, so makes sense.
This room right here, these are our playful guys. These are our ones that like to have a good time. I was just talking about this is Frank and Larry.
Frank and Larry.
What's up, Frank and Larry?
Titties. I mean, that's really the only way I can put it. Another thing that
Dang.
Lord will do, I don't know if I can do
What if I can flash the ghost?
You're not gonna do it? Will you do it later for them?
Maybe if Colby tries.
Just be like, I see you. Dude, that's so creepy. That's so crazy. My collective family nickname is Boo. So I guess when the spirits hear people calling me Boo, they also use that. So I've had them call me Boo.
Alright, guys, it's investigation time, but before we start, how are you feeling?
Initial thoughts.
Terrified?
Terrified?
Excitedly nervous. There's a lot of dark stories they don't tell you until you get here.
We didn't have any equipment. We were just walking around.
I'm gonna
We were
move her
bargaining
over
for
here.
things, And now that we're bringing props and equipment, who knows what we may have missed.
But guys, because this is Hell Week, we have a very special surprise and a very special game. It'll split us up a lot. Maybe test her bravery of this
Oh,
whole challenge
goodness.
accepted game, you know what I'm saying?
Her whole channel's about challenging herself. She's gonna get the biggest challenge of her life tonight.
Ooh.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, this guy's definitely dead. bro. Michelle can protect us all, right?
If he was alive, I'd be a little concerned.
I wonder if this stuff being in here increases the activity because they recognize it.
Yeah.
It does feel like we stepped back in time.
Right, I guess it's an observation step.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Hello?
It does. Yeah, especially when they're like, when you walk by and look in a room, they're like, there might be somebody in there.
This is like the nicest song you could choose. Making my way downtown. Yeah.
Here we go.
Hi, Lily.
I sent two. Yay!
Just coming to say hi.
Don't you dare. We just came to show respect, hear your story.
We have a lot of toys for you. We brought you some candy as well.
Colby's gonna blow up a ball.
Dude, in the
just
last
for
house
you.
I was in, it was so fucking echoey. It was so bad.
That means it hurt something. So you're gonna be wearing the nice.
I want a boo buddy! Using necklace as a trigger object.
Come take it. I'm kidding. We'll give it to you. This is an offering to show you that we're friends.
Dude, speaking of offering, what kind of weird
Summoning a child with candy and a teddy bear.
all around here got a candy circle and a stuffed animal. If this doesn't attract Lily.
Let's play pretend.
They think that there might be a male patient pretending to be a little kid.
I need to remember to add markers to my streams so that way I can clip them.
Toys that we have, or you
I don't
can
have
come talk to us
clippers.
with these devices.
These are DR60s, these are voice recorders that are voice activated, so while we're asking questions, they're only picking up what we're asking. In theory, there should be nothing in between the questions, it should just be rattled off. They don't make these anymore, they stopped making these in the 90s. For some reason, whatever the mechanism is in here, it picks up these frequencies that we consider as EVPs way better than most recorders. Ready?
I would love to get one, but they're so expensive.
Is there a spirit named Lily here with us?
Ask questions followed by 10 seconds of silence for spirits to respond via the recorder.
What do you mean, let's play pretend? Do you like to sing and dance, Lily?
Lily, do you like my necklace?
Lily, how many people are in the room right now?
1, 2, 3.
Happens next is much more terrifying.
Wait, what the fuck was that? That, it literally said
Yeah.
Lily. You're not even kidding.
Using candy doesn't work nowadays. Use V-Bucks. Ew, V-Bucks. Fortniters. No. I can't say much.
Wait, what the fuck? No way. Wait, this is on camera. It has to
What? Wait.
Lily.
It was like, it almost sounded like as deep as my voice.
So that, the only thing that would mean is that it wasn't on here, you heard it out loud.
Dude, what the fuck happened? I didn't hear it. That was the clearest thing I've ever heard. Like, if that was not from the box, that is the clearest thing I've ever heard. Can we try that one more time? Because I swear that was right after you said.
I don't play Fortnite. I do play Fortnite, just... Yeah, it's not there the second time. What?
That's gotta be on camera.
That's so crazy.
Did you hear it? I can't get over that. Like, that's actually genuinely freaking me the fuck out. I really hope so too, because that was a deep voice, not a scratchy voice. Oh, you can hear it! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude, that's clear as fucking day! Oh! Isn't that fucking insane?
You can't talk then. Yeah, I know this one. Like, I can't say much.
We have never heard it.
Although I have never bought anything on Fortnite. I've always gone for like the battle pass and stuff.
This is our first 5 minutes.
That was the first thing we ever did! Yo, this place is haunted!
I genuinely haven't touched Fortnite in so long. Yeah.
It sounds like they're calling to us.
Either way, though, it's a man. It's not a little girl.
That is really crazy.
And y'all know it's real because y'all have been on lots of these. This is my second time doing something like this.
Oh wait, I forget. I can put on both headphones and listen to it.
And we just started. This is the first room in a giant place. Alright, well, I'm just excited.
What? That one caught something.
That sounds like it says.
Yes, there is, or what?
Yes, I'm here.
That one is like harder because it's just 3 syllables. I can't tell what it actually says.
Again, just differentiate. That's so.
That's what an EVP sounds like.
Yeah.
The other one is a vocal. It's a voice.
That just proves that this one was
Only
a
battle
smart
royale I
voice,
play is Apex and garbage. Dude, I played Apex once and I was like, nope, I do not want to play this.
Was that Lily who just tried to talk to us? Can you go up and tap this little device? We'll know that you're here.
That says yes immediately.
Wait. That confirms the man voice was Lily. So Lily.
Yes! Oh my god, it just confirmed that.
Lily, are you actually a male spirit?
They might not like that question.
Or it could just be an energy.
A shadow figure?
Are you not human?
It doesn't like that either.
Imagine if it just stops now. It said yes.
Yes.
It does not like that.
It doesn't like that. That was the last one.
Oh no, it said no. It said no. So I don't like that. No. It just keeps saying no.
No, it doesn't like that question. Okay, so let's stay away from that.
No.
How the heck did it just go off 3 times? And it didn't
quick.
It didn't for like 30 seconds.
So do you want us to talk to Lily? Yes.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Do you want us to leave?
That was a giant knock. Lily, was that you in the hall? Knocking?
Do you wish you could leave?
But if you're a kid and you've been here since you
It makes sense.
you wouldn't know any other life.
Lily, or whoever is Lily, would you mind accompanying us tonight to help us figure out the stories of this asylum?
No. So she doesn't work.
Lily, is there something more negative or more darker that creeps around here? He said, no, I don't want to come with you.
Yeah.
Stop talking to us. Like, what?
Randy said that sometimes if you ask the wrong thing.
They stop.
Yeah.
But it did confirm, yes, that was me talking, which means that is the man. Which means Brandy was right. It is not a little girl that's in
You
here.
have to tell her.
It could be something like a shadow figure just using Lily to get energy and stay here.
So we are on the second floor. We are actually
The
at what's
stabbing
called the stabbing. Great
bathroom.
name. So we figured the best way to chat and you guys' favorite method we do.
Yay! Thanks whoever dismissed ads. Thanks, Mod.
Yeah.
What's that?
This might be the first bathroom we've ever explored.
XPLR.
Get the merch down below.
Jamesray.co/Sam&Colby.
You're good at that.
Alright, should we be on a shitter?
What's up?
It's gonna be going through a lot of frequencies and we'll send the most powerful ones.
Sounds
to her
kinky.
to be able to answer our questions.
Oh my goodness. That's I mean,
Michelle, you ready?
if that's something you're
As
into,
soon as
I
you guys
guess.
walk away, is that when we're starting?
I'll tap you on the shoulder here in like 10 seconds when we start, and you just
Okay.
start spitting out every word that you.
Everything you hear.
We're totally not gonna run back down to base and leave you up here.
If there's anything here, we invite you to speak with us or Michelle. We just want to have a conversation.
Boom.
Describe it to me.
If you just walk up to this little device right here and speak any word, she'll be able to hear that, and we can talk back and forth.
We heard you guys were pretty cool in here, actually. You're friends with the guide. We just want to say hi and talk.
Please don't.
Oh.
Oh.
Talk to us.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to talk to you. Yes, agreeing. Do you want us to leave? You don't want us to talk to you? Can you just confirm?
Extended time.
Was that you that just made that large door?
Yeah.
Boom.
It might have been like a floor above us.
Okay.
Okay.
You can come out of your room and
there something else you want to add on to that or tell us?
No.
Does that mean you want us to leave?
What?
Just like a breath, like a.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys are talking. It's so loud in here, but literally it all cut out, and I just heard a woman go.
Oh, that's a woman. Did you
Hmm.
hear that voice? What? I have a voice too.
What? Wait, what the? What happened?
She's so jumpy. Not into knife play innocent people who are though. Dude, my character would so be into that.
My bad. Oh my god.
Alright, she's on there.
She's good. We just want to know who you are. Patient, worker, do you live here? Anything to describe who you are.
Maybe.
Are you still not sure if you want to talk to us? Do you want to get to know us first?
Oh my god! Wait, whoa.
Sorry. Oh my god. Literally, I just heard just like the woman's voice when everything cut out, and I heard a woman go the first time. The second time, it sounded like everything cut out, and it sounded like a man was like running from something.
What?
But it was a man's voice.
Okay, maybe that's.
I feel like every single question we're asking, it's like coming back with terrifying.
Yeah, it's
things.
like scary.
Yes.
What's it running towards us, though?
But does that mean we still ask questions, or like, do we figure anything out?
I don't know about both of those breasts that are.
I can see it. Yeah, I mean, considering she's got a little sword in her hair.
I'm Steve. I'm Dylan.
No.
Don't introduce. They don't want to talk to us.
Okay. Sorry. All we really want to know is why the breathing? Are you running from something?
Again.
In Central.
In the center?
Go home.
Oh my god. These
Go
two people do
home.
not like us at all.
What were they warning us?
Just go home.
Is there something here that doesn't...
Respect.
Respect, like they don't want us
They don't want us here.
Okay, just to confirm again, 100%. If you want us to leave,
Say yes. We just want to make sure that you want us to go.
Is there something malevolent here that wishes to do us harm?
Just put it down.
The fucking camera. They don't. Yeah, dude, I think we should stop.
They're done.
Oh shit.
She's so jumpy.
In all honesty, we should probably.
They don't love us in here.
And then I think they just think we're being disrespectful.
Oop.
They're just like they're not happy with us filming, and they're
I almost
like,
fucking knocked my phone off my table.
In like a bathroom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, be respectful. Yeah.
like go home.
Or just put it down, you said. Like the camera, like stop filming us.
They just do not want us here. Let's go.
Oh my god. Dude, it sucks because she said like they were like gonna be the nicest spirits. She even took her time to invite these guys out to us and like they were just like, no,
I'll say
don't
this.
film.
We did spend time, even though we didn't talk about what happened, we said, let's not talk about what happened. Which,
Right? I feel like we were being super respectful.
Another thing to think about is, what if that wasn't them? Guys, before we go any further, it is Hell Week. That means we got Hell Week exclusive merch. It is only available during Hell Week, so don't wait on it. Click the link below to grab some.
Also, exclusively for Hell Week, we are making Explore Club only $1 if you use this code right here, so do not miss out. It's gonna be the cheapest it's ever been if you want to see extra videos, behind the scenes, live streams, anything like that. Join now. Now's your chance.
Let's get back to the video.
Dean.
We have heard that Dean
Them promoting as soon as the bot auto promotes my shit.
person that might have
They're going bot.
Big Jim is a darker entity that is here as well. He's known to literally melt flashlights.
Melt flashlights.
I just heard.
Alright, we got ads sneaking up in a couple minutes. I'm gonna pause the video when ads start.
This is so active right here. But speaking of, we have a little surprise. Come on, guys.
Have a great night. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging for a bit.
It is the Olympics. It's called the Ghost Olympics.
Ghost Olympics.
Little game. Dean, if you're listening, here are the rules. This is a millimeter. New equipment for us, and it tracks temperature. It'll follow me. Alright, then I'm gonna put a little rim pod at the end. We're all gonna do the hopscotch, and we're gonna hopefully, if Dean wants to join, he can follow us and make the same noises.
I'll be the last one, and if, I swear if this goes off after the last person,
We'll shit.
we're running.
And Big Jim's here.
Okay, we're already mostly through this video. We're gonna switch to just chatting real quick while ads are running. And while ads are running, I am actually going to edit a couple things as far as stream goes. Actually, let me go back. That's not what I wanted. This one I can delete. Delete. Edit. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have new alerts. Oop, that is not how. Okay, well, there's one down. Just one more time. Oh yeah. Okie dokie, and back into the video we go.
If it gets melted, that's dope.
Okay, melt it. Just melt it to the goddamn floor.
You guys realize that I was hopscotch champion in 3rd grade?
Really?
Yeah.
There were championships?
Only in my elementary school. Was that me?
No, that's literally, you just like touch it, yeah.
What the fuck? If that is Dean, can you go up and hit that light again for us? Just to show that it wasn't Colby? Maybe. I think it just got right at the start. You know, if that's working, maybe we just run it right now. We'll do the flashlights right after. You guys all want to try it? Yeah. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa! That wasn't. Was that you? It might. Oh my god! Because it's right in the same area.
Follow our lead, alright?
Dude, come on, Dylan. Let's go. Come on.
Alright, Dean, your turn. Go ahead. Just do what we did.
Oh my god! Holy shit, dude. That is incredible. Yo, thank you so much, Dean. Oh my god, it happened again.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Dude. If you want us to keep playing, can you tap that one more time real quick for us? Tap it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe this isn't Dean.
Mm.
Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Dean's like best case scenario here.
What the? If this is Big Jim, we got some flashlights. You can go up to these, touch them, melt them, whatever, turn them off and on.
Melt them? Are you crazy?
We're gonna play hopscotch with Dean one more time. Feel free to join.
Dude, Dean went first.
Oh shit, dude!
What the?
I won the game.
Wait, what?
It happened right after you messed it up.
That's what I mean. Dean, are you upset that I kicked that? I didn't mean to.
Or is it Jim? Is it Jim that's upset about it?
Oh my god! Dean, if this is you, can you go back up to that red light, tap it for us one time?
Jim, if it's you, could you go up to one of these flashlights and turn it on by just tapping one of them?
See over there on the bed, or here on this windowsill. You can just go up and tap it. Are you kidding me? Holy shit! Have you ever seen anything like that?
All right, Jim, if that's you, turn it off on the count of 3 so we know, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Are you kidding me? You guys are haunted. Oh, what?
Just like she said, it was like super intelligent. Right. Jim, we want to clear your name. We want to get things straight. Are you the man who murdered Dean? Okay, how about this? Big Jim, was your real name James? Maybe they're different.
Do you feel like you were wrongfully accused?
We want to respect you. If you want us to leave, turn that back on. Dude, that's okay, thank you, so sorry.
We gotta respect that.
Yeah, we gotta respect that for sure. He's a murderer and he just told us to get the fuck out, so let's go.
Yeah, get out.
Let's go. Big Jim, who's ever here that was talking with us, thank you so much for the communication. We want to respect you, but goodbye, you cannot follow us.
They are normal flashlights. No remotes, nothing. You guys just set them down.
Yeah.
How? Turning them on and off, like that requires pressure. That
Yeah.
requires kinetic energy.
Not only that, but timing.
And it was very deliberate on, it didn't answer any questions related to the incident, but every other question there was a response to.
Yes.
Every single other one.
I think Dean was the one messing with REM pod, but it was Big Jim that was like, get the fuck out.
So now we're going to the 4th floor, which
That's-
is the most haunted floor.
No, not all of us.
Do you remember what you agreed to during the Do you remember the contract you signed before? Just kidding.
We were thinking,
Electroshock therapy. Set her up, dude.
we were thinking, what if we play a little hide and seek?
Oh, no.
No.
No?
Who's hiding and who's seeking?
So we were thinking if we have 4 seekers and 1 hider.
Ooh, hide and seek.
Are you kidding?
If you want to, if not, we can go.
On the 4th floor?
4th floor.
He's like chilling with the creeper. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Things that we put everybody through are probably horrible. She's never gonna collab with us again. She's gonna be like, fuck Sam and Colby. Tell her we love her.
We love you.
Thank
I
you.
hope I survive so that I still have a channel after this. Out of everything I've done, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is what I'm actually most scared for. Not jumping out of a plane, not anything else. Like, this is actually the scariest. Because when we are up there, I don't like the dark. I don't like horror films.
I don't like the dark.
No.
This is about to be pitch black.
What did you say about that floor?
The darkest
I know,
floor.
like literally, like I cannot watch a horror film.
Well, you're about to be in.
Oh, so you're in one.
There's
Oh
nothing
my
to be
goodness.
afraid of,
Nothing.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Big Jim that just said what's up.
Yeah, the creeper who you want to be friends
Or
with.
the thing that literally knocked back to me up there after.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Don't worry about that.
We heard the door handle turn too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, the lady got scratched in the face too.
Right.
Right.
The ghosts probably are real, guys.
God, I'm literally terrified. Oh my God. Okay, I can do this.
Yeah, ghosts probably aren't real.
And nothing. We'll see you up there. Good luck.
Timer has started.
God, you're actually leaving.
You got this.
Oh my God. I'm so scared right now.
Good luck, Michelle.
4 minutes and 30 seconds.
This is the part where I'm gonna start reading through all the Bible verses.
So please do. That might help.
Oh my goodness.
We'll see you up there.
Good luck.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
All right.
Team Definer wins.
All right.
No, it's not a race, but it's a fucking race. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, wait, that'll. Oh my goodness.
Alright. Colby and I are running through Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Who does this? Just the Sam and Colby channel. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. We love you, Michelle. Go subscribe to her.
Yeah, no, she is a warrior.
Okay. I think it's one of these.
The fourth floor is like the darkest part of the entire building.
What
The knockback to
floor?
Colby, like that's gonna be another thing she's got in the back of her mind. What if she hears the door handle jiggle and she thinks it's us, and we're not up there yet?
We still have another 2 minutes before we go.
Right, like she could think we're already coming down the hallway right now.
Coming to save her and it's someone else.
Right.
It literally feels like I'm in a horror movie.
That's why I want to go ghost hunting. I want to see what it feels like. Oh my goodness. No.
We are in pitch fucking black, dude. Oh fuck, dude, this is scary.
I can't see it.
Bro, this is terrifying. Oh fuck, dude. You wanna stand behind me or are you good?
I can't find the stairs.
Here it is, here it is. We're on the fourth floor. Right here. Look how fucking dark it is.
Okay, I apologize to do this, but hold on. We're gonna go back to music real quick. Oh, not that. There we go. Because I got something to do real quick, just real quick. Bear with me for a second. I beg. I beg. Just a second. This shouldn't take too long, hopefully. I hate that in Discord you can't view people's bios if you're in streamer mode. Sorry, sorry. Promises, I am almost done. Oh. Alright, almost done. I apologize. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways. Now that that's done, we can go back to watching our... Oh, oh, full screen. Back to this. Turn on this and play.
She could be anywhere on this floor. Oh, it looks like a goddamn shadow figure back there.
Don't say that.
It does.
Whoops, actually, hold on, let me bring this back over here because I need my Discord over here.
It's gonna be quiet.
She jumps down the stairs.
There we go.
Ruined my day.
Oh my god, I forgot there's like a bunch of different wings too. It's not just this hallway.
I hear their voices. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I just heard footsteps. Oh my god, that was so scary. I'm okay. I'm just fine. This is definitely one of the scariest things I've ever done in my entire life. One of the most haunted places in America.
Oh my
And I sit
goodness.
to the scariest floor by myself.
That is scary. Oh my goodness.
Why was your whistle so husky?
Oh God.
I'll look on this side. But there's closets
They're
too.
so funny. It's also funny to think they've been friends since middle school or like high school,
I don't know, like the doors that are closed.
and they're
She could've
almost in their
closed the door
30s
to
now.
make it
Like,
look
how cool is that?
Oh, dude, I don't want to open the car.
She actually scared me. Oh my. Scared me. I was
What if we go down the stairs into the third floor, go across, and then scare them?
And come off the other side?
Yeah.
Let's see this way. I thought I just heard footsteps above us. I think they took the main staircase. Is that them down there?
Hey guys. Wait, guys, it's us, Sarah Chloe. No, wait, what? You guys?
It's us, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I just.
He said, "No, it's us,
onto
Sam
that
and
floor
Colby."
And hid by my.
Yo, let's go! Come on, Michelle. What's up? Fear conquered. Give it up for Michelle.
Oh my gosh, give it up for Sam and Colby.
Let's go!
If this gets 250,000 likes, we will do other games like
We will
this.
make another video for Hell Week.
They're making another one for Hot Week, anyways. Known for sightings of the creeper. Got absolutely nothing. Till we were about to leave.
Okay, we're gonna go to the other side. You're welcome to follow us over there to talk to us a little bit more.
Make it a spirit box, but filters out static, so it's easier to communicate. Ah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wait, that's
What? That's the only thing it tells us.
That's a consistent thing.
That's wild.
literally like.
Oh, we should just keep this on.
Let me say leave and then get out.
Yo, as we're leaving, you're right. That was the only thing that they ever said.
Every single spirit that we've talked to tonight, if it's multiple, they all don't like us.
Why though? Like, what did we do?
Yeah, we were about to give him a name.
Because they were saying that like the spirits here are genuinely more positive.
Unless it's the same thing.
I'm gonna throw up.
Ooh.
It's been the same spirit the entire time.
Just taking different forms.
Following us.
We're here, right where Colby knocked earlier, and where
Colby.
the most active hallway.
Oh, it's birds.
This is Larry and Frank's room. Apparently, they are some of the most talkative spirits here in the entire building.
These are our ones that like to have a good time. I was just talking about this is Frank and Larry.
See if they know anything about the creeper, or see if the creeper followed us after telling us to get out.
Larry and Frank, I don't know if you remember us from earlier, but the guide said you guys were pretty cool. We just are here to talk. It's our final investigation for the night. Are you here with us?
Hmm.
Can you tell us your name?
Oh, footsteps? Did you hear that too? Okay. I thought I was going crazy. Big footsteps.
This is exactly where the footsteps were supposed to be.
Those were so loud. So loud.
And it was like this pace.
Somebody's coming in here.
Walking quickly down the hallway.
Frank, Larry, was that you?
That's so
Well, if that's somebody
scary.
else, feel free to come talk to us in here.
Just the sound of footsteps of someone walking up to you and you see nothing. Oh!
I'm watching you now or I'm watching you guys?
I feel like it's like walked up to the door and standing outside now. It's me!
It's me.
I'm watching you guys. It's me.
Who is it? Is it Freddy? Is it Golden Freddy? He says it's me a lot.
Was that you walking?
Together?
Yeah.
Now. Together now. Wait, fuck. Does that mean multiple people are...
Can you walk down the hall again?
Have you been following us all night?
Are you aware of the thing called the creeper?
What? I'm with
Oh.
it. I'm with something. It did say both together. Sam?
That definitely sounded like Sam.
It sounds like Sam to me.
You want to tell me something specifically?
Go.
You. Do they want you specifically to leave?
Nothing like Sam.
See if you get anything better.
All right, Sam left. Why did you want Sam all by himself?
If there's anybody over here, show yourself. I'm all alone. This is your chance.
See over there. Yo. Oh, that was on there?
Oh, I thought it was Sam.
I thought that was Sam too.
I too thought it was Sam.
I just got like a weird pressure in my chest.
Well, this thing doesn't mimic your voice.
This thing, we thought you said something.
Wait a second. Isn't that exactly what she said happened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I just want to know your intention. If you want us to stay, can you say stay? If you want us to leave, can you say get out or leave or any of that?
That's leave you. Yeah. Let's try leaving this room again because it sounded so much more clear. Again?
That was like a female voice. I can hear that, but I think,
Mm-hmm.
Go again!
Randy was so clear with us that, most things are super friendly here and welcoming.
They'll love to talk to you.
Why do they want everybody?
nobody wanted to talk tonight.
Every room, every area, no matter who we're trying to talk to, out. Get out.
The biggest thing I took away was in the bathroom when it said, put it down.
Yeah,
Do they just not want to be filmed?
They don't want to be like,
Like, they're cool with the guys because the guys don't film everything. I mean, there's cameras around here, but like,
Probably. They probably don't like the cameras.
100%. More of a believer now?
I think so, honestly. That was pretty crazy. There's definitely stuff that happened tonight. I don't know how to explain it.
And now thinking about it, every single floor, every single investigation, something happened.
Yeah.
There's either equipment working or we heard stuff. The thing that knocked back.
Footsteps.
The footsteps up there in that same area.
And the theme of telling us to leave.
And that's why I think it was one person masking itself as multiple different beings, which means could shadow figures all be the same thing?
I'm not going to be the one to find out.
Ooh.
Thank you so much to Dragon City for sponsoring.
Alright, that's enough of that. What now? What do we want to see now? We've got more Sam and Colby. We can watch. Sorry, my mom just got home and you could hear the truck. That's why I went quiet. My character kept popping up. Ooh. We can watch The Boys, which is, who is it? It's Juicy, narrator, Josh, Eddie, and Molly, I think. I think an hour and a half, though. Let's see, how much... It's 8:40. And I'm not sure how long I'll stay. I think I'll stay for about another hour-ish, maybe 40 minutes-ish. So if we do that... Shocking content. Okay, we're gonna watch Call Me Chris. I genuinely love Call Me Chris. She's kind of cool. Sorry, I've been wanting to adjust that this entire time. I don't know if you noticed it, but I adjusted the little follower box. There we go.
Crime, conspiracy, cults, serial killers, and murder. All things that I love to consume, and I know you do too, you sick-minded, beautiful, intellectual freak. And today, we are talking about something not necessarily positive, but it may come out with a positive outcome, unlike most of the stories I talk about in my deep dives. Basically, we're talking about three bad. These three women had an encounter with a killer, and they lived to tell the tale. But their stories are absolutely
Wait, how long is
heart-wrenching
this?
and insane.
This is 35
and
minutes. Okay.
so inspiring that I thought it would be really cool to tip my hat off to them and tell you their stories. So without further ado, let's unbuckle our seatbelts, go Mach 5 down the highway, slam on the brakes, and bust through the windshield into these awesome bad cases together.
Deep dive with Call Me Chris. Video contains descriptions of violence and murder. Viewer discretion is advised.
The story we're going to talk about is the story of Mary Vincent. So it was a typical September afternoon in 1978, hot and dry in Northern California. And 15-year-old Mary Vincent stood on the side of the road with her thumb out and a sign saying that she was going to Southern California. Don't hitchhike. I don't know how many times I've said that in my videos, but please, for the love of God, don't hitchhike. And obviously, she was hoping for a ride. She was actually running away from home because she was very frustrated with her family life and her current relationship problems, and she was seeking refuge with her grandfather in Southern California. And Mary was one of 7 children, born to parents struggling in a tumultuous marriage. Her father was a mechanic and married to her mother, who was a blackjack dealer. And during her parents' messy divorce, Vincent just found that she couldn't cope with all the turmoil that was happening at home. So running away felt like her only option. Mary was not a stranger to hitchhiking. It was the 70s after all, and it was very normal for teenagers to hitchhike.
Really? Oh my goodness, that's
I get
so
it's the
scary.
time period, but my God, like as a kid, even in the 50s, you're just told not to get into a car with a stranger. I guess that came around the 60s. Oh yeah, with Dean Coral. I did another video about that. I'm getting off track. Anyway, while she was hitchhiking, she also saw 2 people down the road who were holding a very similar sign saying that they were also going to Southern California. And they would get car
But there
after
says
car
sign
passing, and
says
she was getting
Toronto.
pretty frustrated because it was getting more towards the night.
I
at
know
this
they're probably
point.
not the actual
But that is
pictures.
when a big blue van would pull up beside Mary. And a man would be driving this van, a man with a very scruffy appearance, and he would offer her a ride. And this man's name was Lawrence Singleton. And at first glance, he seemed harmless.
Singleton.
If anything, he reminded
Me
Mary of
too.
her own father or a grandfather type figure. So no alarm bells were really ringing in her head. But that's when the 2 other hitchhikers would come up to the van and say that they were going to the same place, and they would see that the van was empty and that he could easily take 3 people. But Lawrence refused, and he said he could only take Mary. And now the alarm bells started to ring in Mary's head, but she really couldn't stay out much longer because she would literally have to spend the night out in the streets basically, and she just really wanted to get to her grandfather's place. And the 2 people literally told Mary, "You should not get in the car with this guy. Like, this is bad news bears." But unfortunately, she was desperate to get back, so she got in the car. And inside the van, she said it smelled like cigarette smoke and sweat. Kind of like my Aunt Lisa's house. But Singleton's easy and paternal demeanor quickly put Mary at ease. So they drove for a while and everything seemed pretty normal. So Mary felt comfortable enough to doze off because she was really tired from standing all day hitchhiking. When she woke up though, she started to notice that the signs on the road were different. And by different, I mean they were going in the wrong direction. And Mary would voice this to Lawrence, the driver, but then without warning, Singleton veered off the freeway, and Mary's pulse quickened. Her instincts really started to flare at this point, and she asked him in a calm voice where he was going, and Singleton just told her that this was a shortcut. But the hairs on the back of Mary's neck started to stand up.
Oh my
Something
God,
was very
yeah.
wrong. So Mary would start to look around the car, just trying not to seem panicked, but also just trying to assess the situation and not to ring any alarm bells for Lawrence at this point. And she would notice that her shoelace was untied, and thinking that she might have to run away at some point, she said to herself, okay, I need to tie my shoelace. So once Lawrence pulled up to the middle of nowhere, she bent down to tie up her shoelace. And this is when Singleton's mood would shift abruptly. He became cold and predatory. And like I said, Mary had opened the door slightly to put her shoe up and tie her shoe. But before she was even able to think about making a run for it, a sledgehammer would strike her in the back of her head. And Mary would feel a hand grab her roughly and pull her out of the passenger seat. And he would force her onto the ground where her screams were just swallowed by the vast empty space around them. And he would unfortunately begin to SA her many times all through the day, all until the next morning. And Mary recalls screaming to him constantly, set me free, please set me free. And by the morning, Mary felt that she was just drifting in and out of her body at this point, not believing what the hell was happening. But what came next would burn into her mind for the rest of her life. Singleton, without warning, would pull her out of the car at this point because they were in the back of the car. He would grab a hatchet out of his toolbox. He would grip her left arm and he would say, "You want to be set free? I'll set you free." And with one swift and brutal motion, he would bring the hatchet down on her arm, cutting it clean off.
No.
And the shock was immediate for Mary. And Mary at this point began to fall back. And while falling back, she was confused how she was falling back, because she remembers when he grabbed her arm, she also grabbed onto him. So how could she be falling back? And that's when she would look down and realize her entire arm was gone, and it was actually still gripping onto Lawrence. And at this point, Megan began kicking and screaming while she was on the ground, hoping that someone could hear her, but no one was around. They were literally in the middle of nowhere. And as she kicked and screamed, he would bring the hatchet down again, but now he was swinging at her right arm. And since she was moving around more, it would take more effort for him to cut her right arm off. And after he was done cutting it off, she would see him kind of start to walk away and like flick something off. And then she realized that he was literally still trying to flick off her other arm that was still gripped onto him. And as she was laying there watching this, she realized that she needed to play dead in order to survive at this point. So Lawrence would walk back over to Mary, and thinking that she was already dead or close to dead, he would grab her body and drag her over to a 30-foot cliffside and toss her off. And Mary would break 4 ribs after she fell down, and obviously she was suffering from extreme blood loss at this point, and would have both of her arms completely severed off. But something inside her refused to let go. So she would push herself up with every ounce of strength that she had left, and told herself that she couldn't die because she was not going to let this man do this to another person. So naked, bleeding, and on the verge of death, she used her remaining strength to pack mud into her wounds in her stumps so she would slow down the bleeding. Then she would climb back up that 30-foot cliff with no arms and nearly half her blood gone at this point. And though it would take a while for her to get up, she would get up to the top of that cliff. And by the time she reached the top, it was now pitch black outside, in the middle of nowhere, mind you. So as she was walking through the brush, she would hear cars from the distance, and that was probably where the road was, so she went towards the car noises. And soon she would make it to the side of a highway. And after she got to the side of the road, she was hoping and praying that a car would come by, and soon after a car did come by. It was a sports car with 2 men in it, but as she was waving for them to slow down, they would just speed right past her, and all her hope would just drain, because I can't even imagine going through all that and then seeing just a glimpse of hope with headlights and then it just going right by. But then also, she kind of did understand that people weren't stopping because she was literally a like filthy naked woman with no arms waving in the middle of the night on the side of the highway where no person should be. Like, I personally, I don't know. I mean, I would absolutely call the authorities, you know? No, I'd stop because I've read too many of these stories. I would have stopped. These guys are assholes. But anyway, Thankfully, though,
Yeah, knowing what
not
I know,
too
I
long
would probably
after,
stop.
a passing couple who were actually lost and on their honeymoon spotted Mary and realized the severity of her condition, unlike the other assholes, and would rush
Yeah.
to the nearest phone to call paramedics with her in the car as well. And then she would be airlifted to the closest hospital. And upon arrival at the hospital, Mary was immediately placed into intensive care, and her condition was obviously critical. She had lost a tremendous amount of blood, half of her blood, in fact, and her
Holy
severed limbs were
fuck.
obviously a medical emergency that required immediate attention. So surgeons worked tirelessly to stabilize her condition and prevent infection, and to obviously close the wounds in her arms. And while it was impossible to reattach her arms due to the violence of the severing and due to the lack of arms that they had, doctors did manage to save her life. And in the weeks and months that followed, Mary's physical recovery was painstaking. She had to undergo multiple surgeries to manage the damage caused by the hatchet, and she was eventually fitted for prosthetic arms. But simple tasks now, like eating and dressing, became monumental tasks and challenges for her. And the psychological scars were in many ways deeper and more challenging to heal. Mary did suffer from PTSD in the aftermath of the attack, naturally, and she experienced vivid flashbacks and nightmares and intense fear. So counseling and therapy became a very vital part in her recovery as she grappled with the emotional devastation of her near-death experience. So after, Mary Vincent was able to identify her attacker, providing a very detailed description of Lawrence Singleton, and police would track him down and arrest him at his home. And Singleton initially denied the accusations, attempting to paint himself as the victim, concocting bizarre stories to excuse his fucked up behavior. He claimed that Mary had threatened him and even attempted to blackmail him. What the fuck? But his attempts, luckily, were dismantled by the overwhelming evidence. The physical evidence was bloodstains and hair in Singleton's van that were Mary's, along with the hatchet that he used in the attack and some other DNA evidence. It was basically
So he
just,
didn't
like,
even
he
clean
was
up his
obviously the
mess.
perpetrator. So in 1979, Lawrence Singleton stood trial for his crimes of kidnapping, grape, attempted murder, and mutilation. And the trial did draw considerable media attention, as the brutal nature of the crime and Mary's incredible survival captivated the public. And Mary Vincent, despite her trauma and ongoing recovery, took the stand and faced her attacker in court like a badass bitch. She recounted vivid detail of how Singleton essayed her and mutilated her and left her for dead. But her poise and courage in the face of such horror moved the jury and the audience alike. Singleton, on the other hand, showed no remorse in the trial. He would maintain his innocence throughout, despite the overwhelming evidence. And his attempts to shift the blame and cast himself as the victim only deepened the public's outrage with him. But in the end, Lawrence Singleton was convicted of multiple charges, including attempted murder, grape, kidnapping, and mayhem. I didn't know mayhem was something you can get convicted of, but it said
What?
so.
You can get
Yes,
convicted for
and he was
mayhem.
sentenced to a maximum penalty allowed under California law at the time, which was 14 years. 14 years!
What?
For mutilating a girl, chopping off her arms, raping her, and leaving her for dead, attempting to murder her. And they gave him 14 years. But wait, there's more. Naturally, the public was outraged for the sentencing and how little amount of time it was. The idea of a man who committed these attacks only getting 14 years ignited a wave of protests, particularly among victims' rights groups. Singleton became eligible for parole after just serving 8 years. What? And Singleton would get parole and be released early, and that would have disastrous consequences. No fucking shit. So like I said, after serving only 8 years in prison, Lawrence Singleton was released on parole in 1987. And his release was a source of tremendous outrage and fear for many, particularly, obviously, Mary Vincent and her family. And Singleton's early release was justified on the grounds of good behavior. Incredible. So naturally, this prompted protests, and every community he tried to settle in would not have it. So basically, the whole public forced him to live on the trailer grounds of San Quentin State Prison, where he was staying in prison previously, which is kind of baller, but still not good enough. He should be in the fucking jail. And the fears that many had about Singleton's release proved tragically justified. Because on February 19th, 1997, 9 years after his release, Lawrence Singleton brutally murdered Roxanne Hayes, a 31-year-old mother of 3. Hayes was a lady of the night whom Singleton lured to his home. And once inside, he attacked
Thanks.
Enjoy your bland ass.
Thanks. Well, I like it.
Ooh, what are you watching? Half decapitated, disemboweled, and left for dead, but survived. Shocking content.
Yeah, I'm watching Call Me Chris. She's doing a deep dive on this thing. As you can see here. This is behind by a lot because our internet fucking sucks out here. Thanks. Bye bye.
Attacked her in a savage, unprovoked amount of violence, stabbing her repeatedly with a knife. And a neighbor would call the police after hearing screams, and an officer arrived at the scene to find Singleton
My sister
covered in
Kiwi
blood,
brought
standing
me
over Hayes'
some
lifeless
cereal.
body, like the fucking monster that he is. And Roxanne Hayes' murders would just shock the nation and reignited the public's outrage over Singleton's early release. So this time, Singleton was charged with first-degree murder and faced the death penalty. And during his trial, the details of Mary Vincent's case resurfaced, with Mary testifying, and he remained on death row until his death
you
from
go,
cancer
girl.
in 2001. He got off lucky. But the crimes committed by Lawrence Singleton had far-reaching effects on the American legal system. Singleton's attacks on Mary Vincent and his early release exposed glaring weaknesses in sentencing and parole laws, particularly for violent offenders. No fucking shit again. So his case became a very powerful symbol for advocates of victims' rights, leading to a significant legal reform in California and beyond. And these laws, often referred to as Singleton laws, were designed to prevent situations where individuals convicted of brutal crimes could be released before serving an adequate portion of their sentence. Yay, good job. I mean, actually good job, but like, why'd it take you so long, you know? So Mary Vincent, who had forever been changed by Singleton's attack, emerged as an advocate for victims' rights. She fought tirelessly for legal reforms and shared her story with the world in an effort to raise awareness about the dangers of violent offenders being released prematurely. And though the physical and emotional scars of her ordeal remain, Mary has turned her trauma into a platform for activism, seeking to ensure that no one else suffers at the hands of the criminal justice system's failures as she did. What a fucking badass. And that brings us to our next story, which is about Allison Botha. It was a warm, unremarkable summer evening in December 1994. And yes, it's summer where she's from, because she's not from where we're from, so it's December, it's summer. So don't come at me for that. This was in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. And Allison Botha, a vibrant 27-year-old woman,
to be summer,
had spent
she's
the
gotta
day
be
relaxing with friends. Her life was typical,
down in that
filled
area.
with work, friendships, and plans for the future. She was independent, confident, and like many other women her age, looking forward to the possibilities of life. But on this night, a series of unimaginable events would unfold that would not only test her endurance, but also transform her into one of the world's most remarkable survival stories ever. So December 18th, 1994 began like any other day for Allison. By the time evening came, she had been out with friends at the beach, enjoying a typical Sunday evening, and ending it all at a friend's house for dinner that night. And after she left for dinner, she had one of her friends come with her, so she would drop her friend off at their house. And then she would make her way back to her apartment, planning to unwind and get some rest before the start of her work week. And the warm South African night was still and quiet as Allison pulled up to her apartment complex. So as she parked her car, she began gathering all of her things in her car. She had done laundry earlier, so she was kind of grabbing that from the back seat. All of her Allison pulled up to her apartment complex. So
Oh,
as
I
she
thought
parked
this was
her
that
car,
classic
she began
background you see
gathering
for
all of her
Windows when
things
you
in her
first get
car.
one of
She
their
had done
laptops.
laundry earlier, so she was kind of grabbing that from the back seat. Allison really had no reason to be alarmed. This was a fairly safe neighborhood she was in. But in an instant, her sense of security was shattered. As she would go to reach for the door handle, a man would appear out of nowhere, and he would force himself into the car, forcing her to get into the passenger seat. His hands were large and rough, and before Allison could even process what was happening, he had a knife pressed against her neck, and he would say, "Move, and I kill you." And the man who had ambushed Allison was named Franz Duteau. If I said your name wrong, I don't really give a fuck because you're a piece of shit. He then lied to her and told her his name was Clinton. And minutes later, his accomplice, Theons Kruger, which also, don't know if I'm saying your name right, also don't give a shit, climbed into the back seat of Allison's car, and they would force her into the driver's seat. So as the car moved further and further away from her apartment, Allison's fear deepened. She knew she was being taken somewhere against her will, but she had no idea what awaited her. And any pretense of harmless intentions evaporated as the men literally told her what their plans were. So the car would drive through Port Elizabeth's quiet streets, further and further from any sign of life or safety. And as they sped through the night, Allison's mind was flooded with thoughts of escape. But with the knife pressed against her skin, it was just a constant reminder that any attempt she made to flee could end up in her dying. And the drive would stretch on until they reached a deserted area from outside the city limits. A stretch of basically desolate wilderness where no one could hear you scream. So the car would come to a stop, and in the eerie silence of the night, the two men would turn to Allison. And it was then that the full horror of the situation became very clear to her. Allison would be dragged out of the car and onto the ground, and both men would take turns brutally SAing her. And Allison, though absolutely terrified and in tremendous amounts of pain, stayed calm and just focused on survival. She knew that resisting would probably only worsen her situation, and she just clung to the faint belief that maybe if she endured all of this, they might let her go. But after everything was done, one of the guys tried to strangle her. She would not die from the strangulation, but that's when Franz Duteau, the ringleader, turned to Kruger and said coldly, "She has to die." And that's when Duteau would pull out a knife and start slashing at Allison's throat. And the knife would cut through her skin with such force that her windpipe and trachea was severed. So Allison's body was just racked with pain at this point, and she was just struggling for breath, but they weren't finished. They would also stab her repeatedly in the stomach, 36 times in total, completely disemboweling her in the process. And she would be conscious the whole time. And eventually she said that she felt no pain. I'm assuming due to shock. So they casually just discarded of Allison's body and her clothes and threw them near her and got in their car and left. So in a state of shock and barely conscious, Allison's mind was still fighting. Her injuries were catastrophic at this point, and she would just stare up at the night sky, kind of drifting in and out of consciousness, hearing kind of a whistling, wheezing noise while she was staring up. And little did she know at the time that that whistling, wheezing noise was actually because of the severe damage that they caused to her neck, and it was her severed windpipe and the wind blowing in and out of it, because she was nearly decapitated at this point, and her intestines also laid on the outside of her body, exposed to the cold air. And while she was lying there just in complete disbelief of what happened, she remembered that the guys thought she was going to die, so they started referring to each other in their actual names, Franz and Theons. And similar to Mary Vincent, she didn't want what happened to her to happen to any other girl. So she would struggle, but she would manage to get her arm up and write their names in the sand beside her, along with writing "I love Mom" below, just in case she didn't make it. And it was also then that she remembered that the guys had thrown her clothes near her, so she would reach out and realize that her denim shirt was there, and she would use that denim shirt to kind of gather all of her organs around her and put them back into her body cavity and hold them there. And then she would try to get up onto her knees to start crawling, but then she realized that everything was dark. And when she went up to go feel her head with her other hand, she would realize that her head wasn't there and it was only her throat, because her head was literally hanging back.
Oh my god.
Neck. So she would have to manually put her head back and hold it while she crawled to what she could only hope was safety. So she knew that there was a road nearby, so she painstakingly and agonizingly slow crawled to that road. But she would make it, and as soon as she made it, she pretty much just collapsed. And also, like Mary Vincent, there would be a car that would zoom right past her, and she said that she didn't even really feel bad because she kind of understood, because like, who would stop for somebody just like brutally, I would, okay? Shortly after that first car sped by and saw her, another car would speed by and slam on their brakes, and this car was full of students, one of which was a veterinarian student named Tien Ellard. And he got out of the car immediately and was horrified by what he saw. He would see her blood-soaked clothes and her exposed insides and her severed throat, but Allison at this point would finally feel some comfort because she could see on his face that he was caring and he was going to try to help her. And Tien would try to keep her awake and conscious by asking her yes or no questions and telling her to squeeze his hand, yes or no, to just make sure that she was still alert and alive. And the people with Tien would then call first responders, but they would take over an hour and a half to arrive at the scene. But if Tien wasn't there, she probably would have died. So at the hospital, the medical staff was absolutely stunned by the extent of Allison's injuries and the fact that she was still alive. And the doctors would work frantically to stabilize her condition, performing multiple surgeries on her throat and abdomen. And the fact that she had survived the attack alone was a miracle. And Allison would spend weeks and weeks in the hospital, fighting to overcome infection, pain, and the emotional scars left by the attack. And the physical recovery was grueling. She underwent extensive reconstructive surgeries, and her rehabilitation required an enormous amount of resilience. But slowly and slowly, her body began to heal. But despite everything, Allison's spirit remained unbroken. Even in the midst of her recovery, she was determined to bring her attackers to justice, because she was the key in solving her own case. So Allison's incredible survival meant that she was able to provide police with a very detailed description of her attackers. She had seen their faces, heard their voices, and even knew their names. And with her testimony, the police were able to quickly locate and arrest Franz, Duteau, and Theons Kruger. And when the men were brought to trial, Allison's bravery shone once again. Despite the trauma that she had endured, she took the stand and recounted the horrific details of her attack. And her testimony was powerful, and the evidence against Duteau and Kruger were overwhelming. And also the doctors told her, like, you should not be doing this because you just had throat surgeries. You can't talk, like, don't do this. And she was just like, take this shit out of my throat. I'm putting these guys in fucking jail. So both men would be convicted of multiple charges, including kidnapping, rape, and attempted murder and mutilation. Franz, though, kept claiming that a demon was trapped inside of his body and told him to do those things, but police obviously saw right through him, and that didn't work. So Judge Chris Jansen sentenced Franz and Thunes to life in prison without the chance of parole. That's how you do it, okay? That's how you do it. You don't say 14 years and let's just let him out for good behavior after 8, you know? And a lovely little tidbit after is that Tien, the veterinarian student who's now a doctor, became a doctor and actually delivered one of the 2 of Allison's babies later in life. And they also told her she'd never be able to have kids, but she went on to have 2. This chick is just like as bad as they come in the best way. And in the years following the attack, Allison's story became a beacon of hope and resilience for countless of people around the world. She refused to be defined by the brutality she had endured and instead used her experience to inspire others. And there's also been a 2016 documentary made about her life story as well called Allison. So yeah, that's Allison. Allison Botha. She, absolute queen. Absolute queen. I can't, the whole, like, I can't, reading that, I was like, oh my God. You can't help but put yourself in those shoes. And I mean, like, you can't really, like, I was like, what would I do? I don't know. I don't know. I would love to think that I'd be as awesome as her, but I don't really know. The fact is, she's badass. She's still living and she's still inspiring, and I love that. Let's move on to the last story, and that is Jamie Kloss. So it was a quiet autumn night on October 15th, 2018, in Barron, Wisconsin. 13-year-old Jamie Kloss was at home with her parents, James and Denise, in their cozy rural house surrounded by thick woods and open fields. The evening had passed like any other. Jamie, a bright and active girl, was likely winding down for a school day, enjoying the security of her family and familiar surroundings. But what Jamie didn't know is that there was a stranger that had been watching her. Jake Patterson, a 21-year-old man from a nearby town, had spotted her getting off a school bus one day, and in his mind, a plan began to take shape, one that would soon shatter her peaceful life. So as the Kloss family slept, Patterson pulled up outside their house in his older model car, the tires crunching against the gravel, and dressed in all black and armed with a shotgun. Patterson had already decided that nothing would stand in his way, not even Jamie's parents. His heart raced with anticipation as he cut the engine and stepped out into the cool Wisconsin night. And the house was dark and still when Patterson approached the front door at around 12:53 a.m. with a shotgun in hand. James Kloss, Jamie's father, was startled by a sudden pounding on the door and the dog barking as well. The banging was so loud and forceful, it shattered the calm of the night. And instinctively, being the man of the house, James got up to see who was at the door. But before he could unlock it, Patterson blasted through the front entrance, firing a shot directly into James' face, killing him instantly. Jamie, terrified by the sound of gunfire, ran
Oh my
to the bathroom
goodness.
with her mother, Denise. The two would huddle together in the small room as their hearts pounded, praying that the intruder wouldn't find them. And Denise, acting on instinct, dialed 911, but could barely get any words out before Patterson broke down the door. And Jamie's ears rang as Patterson stormed into...
I see that ads are going. I'm gonna pause this real quick and let ads go. In the meantime, I don't know. I guess I'll just chat for a moment. Kiwi came in here and saw the PNG tuber. Kiwi is actually the creator of this PNG tuber, if you did not know. Alright, I usually do that. I start talking about something and then I get distracted and then I completely forget what I was talking about. Completely lose my train of thought. But anyways, Kiwi finally saw the PNG tuber for the first time and she thought she was so bouncy. I'm not sure if you guys heard Kiwi at all when she was in here. Kiwi was talking and I'm sure you saw that through the bouncing in my avatar. But other than that, where... Oh, there you go. Ads are almost done, hopefully, so you guys should be back from ads soon. Alright, ads seem to be done, but I'll give it just an extra couple seconds. Just in case. Alright, we'll continue.
The bathroom. He ripped the phone from Denise's hand and ordered her to hang up, and also to put a piece of tape over Jamie's mouth. Denise would comply, but it was then that Patterson would hold up the shotgun and shoot her right in front of Jamie. She had just witnessed both of her parents murdered. Her world at this point was collapsing around her, but the nightmare was far from over. Patterson would then take her outside and stuff her in the trunk of his car, slamming it shut and speeding off into the night. And like I said, at 12:53 a.m., a 911 call was placed by Denise, but there were no words spoken. The dispatcher could hear yelling and disturbance in the background, but not much else. Police would also be dispatched, and they would arrive at the residence within 4 minutes. And Patterson and Jamie would already be gone. And upon arrival, they would find the front door kicked in and the bodies of James and Denise, with no sign of Jamie Kloss. So the Barron County Sheriff's Department would launch a massive search for Jamie, fearing that she had been abducted. Amber alerts were issued, and the FBI joined the investigation as well. And the community really rallied together, holding visuals, organizing search parties, and clinging to the hope that Jamie was still alive. And back in the trunk of Patterson's car, Jamie felt like it was an eternity of a drive. She was trapped in this claustrophobic confines of a trunk. She had no idea at this point where Patterson was taking her, but one thing was clear, and that was that she was completely at his mercy. And after what seemed like hours, the car would finally stop, and Patterson would drag Jamie out of the trunk and led her into a remote cabin in Gordon, Wisconsin, about 70 miles from her home. The cabin was very isolated and surrounded by dense woods and far removed from prying eyes. And inside, Patterson kept Jamie captive, forcing her to stay hidden under a bed in his sparsely furnished room. The bed was surrounded by heavy boxes and weighed down with furniture, creating a very small, suffocating space that Jamie was forced to crawl into. And Patterson threatened her with death if she tried to escape or make any sort of noise. And for 88 days, Jamie lived in a constant state of fear. Her entire world just reduced to this small, cramped space beneath a bed. 88 days. What a piece of shit monster. And every passing day just felt like a lifetime to Jamie. He would leave her alone for hours, sometimes even
almost
days,
3
during
months.
which she remained trapped under the bed without food or water or access to a bathroom. And Jamie didn't know if anyone was searching at her at this point or if she would ever be found. She could only wait and watch for an opportunity and hope for a way out. And the chance would come on January 10th, 2019, on a cold winter's day. Jamie, being such a smart girl, grew very used to the patterns of Patterson's behavior. She could sense when he was leaving for longer periods, and on this particular day, he had left the cabin for a couple hours, telling her he was going out. And for the first time in months, Jamie felt a spark of hope. This was her chance, her one and only chance to escape. So her heart pounded as she crawled out from beneath the bed. She knew she had to move extremely quickly, but her hands were trembling with the weight of all the fear. What if he came back? What if she got caught? Pushing those thoughts aside as much as she could, Jamie darted out of the cabin into the freezing cold of the wilderness that surrounded her, wearing only an ill-fitting pair of shoes and very light clothing. She would run through the snowy terrain, her breath sharp with the biting winter air, and the snow crunched beneath her feet as she made her way down a road that she had never seen before. She didn't know where she was, but all she knew is that she had to keep going. And after running for some time, she spotted a woman walking her dog, and her name was Jean Nutter. And as soon as she saw Jamie, she knew something was terribly wrong. Jamie, breathless and cold, told Jean she was Jamie Kloss, the missing girl that everyone had been searching for. And Jean knew basically right away because the whole city had been plastered with Jamie's face all over it. And Jean would take Jamie to a nearby neighbor's house where they immediately called police. And Jamie provided critical information about Patterson, including his name and the description of his vehicle. And acting swiftly on Jamie's information, law enforcement officers apprehended Patterson as he drove through a neighborhood searching for Jamie, which is just so scary. But they would catch him quite literally the same day. So the nightmare was finally over and Jamie had escaped. And Jake Patterson would confess to the murder of her parents and abducting Jamie, saying he had meticulously planned the crime after seeing Jamie by chance. And he was charged for 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of kidnapping. And in March 2019, he pleaded guilty to all charges. And during the sentencing hearing in May of 2019, Patterson showed a little remorse, stating that he was deeply sorry, but acknowledging that his words might mean nothing to those he had hurt. No f***ing sh**. And the judge would sentence Patterson to 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole for the murders, plus an additional 40 years for the kidnapping. Yes, that's how you convict. The sentence was assured that he would spend the rest of his miserable life in prison. So Jamie's story captured the nation's attention. It was a story of resilience and survival in the face of unimaginable terror at such a young age, too. And after her escape, Jamie returned to her family, slowly beginning the process of healing. And though the trauma of those 88 days will always be with her, Jamie's courage and strength have inspired countless people around the world, including myself. And she has chosen to remain largely out of the public eye, focusing more on rebuilding her life and support with her family. And in 2019, 2017, she was awarded the Hometown Hero Award by Wisconsin State Assembly for her incredible bravery. Jamie Kloss is not just a survivor, she's a symbol of hope and proof that even in the darkest moments, there's always a chance for escape and survival. So that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed hearing about these just incredible women. I know this isn't like the usual thing that I do, but I think it's important, you know? I think it's inspiring and amazing and heart-wrenching at the same time. As always, if you have any other video ideas, let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe. Also grab some Sour Boys. I know we talked about some sour subjects, but grab something a little sweet. Go to sour.gg and I'll make a code for you. Let's do code badass, because all these women were absolute badasses. And we're gonna do 15% off. First 500 people to use this code get 15% off. So run, go do it, get something sweet. Other than that, I appreciate you.
Oh, I'd love to get some of their candy.
I hope you stay safe, and I will see your beautiful face in the next video. All right, bye.
Yeah, they've got candy. Look. Blue raspberry sunset. Pretty rainbow little guys. Oh my gosh. I like that they're unisex crop tops and not just women's crop tops. Oh my god, he's cheeked up. I want a cheeked up strawberry on my shirt. What are these? Doesn't really matter if you eat the whole damn bag or if you just snack away at it. Oh my goodness. Yes, what are the ingredients on these? Wait, so they're not listing the ingredients? I want to see the ingredients. What are the ingredients? Carotene, spirulina. What is carotene? Cottonseed oil. Plant-based sour gummies. I'm glad that they're plant-based because I can't I can't have a lot of gummies because they have gelatin in them, and gelatin is actually an animal product. What the heck is carotene? Carotene. Is that how it's spelled? Carotene. Oh, it is. Pigment found in plants that gives fruits and vegetables their color, yellow and red colors. Oh. Antioxidant, the body converts some carotenoids into vitamin A. Oh. Huh. Okay, so these are good for you. Well, at least it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup, but also what kind of sugar do they use? Anyways. I think this pretty much wraps it up for this stream tonight. I will be back again tomorrow with some oh my goodness. I will be back tomorrow with some more Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night or day if it's daytime for you. I don't think I'm gonna raid out to anybody tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos tonight. I quite enjoyed them. Thanks for everybody who came, who hang out. And thank you so much for all the offline follows today. I see you guys, or not today, but just this weekend in general. Thank you guys. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yeah. I'm just going to send you guys on your way. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. And I will see you guys tomorrow with some Zelda, okay? Bye bye!